So since about 2017, I have spent over 10 grand. Easy. Mentors, coaches, courses, all that stuff. Everything you see, everything that everybody has the access to. But some people don't have the funds. I spent $5,000 on a course. I spent $500 on a course. This is the commonality between every single freaking one of them. All the coaches on YouTube will tell you what you need to do, but they never give you the how. I'm going to give you the how today. And in all of their courses, every single freaking one of them, even the business courses that I paid for, they all have a section that is specifically geared towards meditative practices. Because everybody now knows what matters is your internal state of being. I have a meditation and description that's exactly designed to help you center yourself in that inner place of calm. Grab it, it's free. Over the years, I've coached a lot of people, thousands of people. And the single thing that helped them the most was completely denying everything they've ever learned. That's what I did. Everything I've ever learned, everything I was ever taught, schools, parents, teachers, the conditioning, the programming, I gave it all up. I gave it away because you need to understand the only thing that matters is state of being. Seriously, that's it. So, come on, let basketball dude go past. Shit, I haven't played basketball for a long time. Kind of sounds fun. So, let's drive this home. You don't have to meditate every day. You don't even have to meditate at all. But most of us are so freaking programmed and conditioned in a certain way in this 3D reality that is our tool that is the most powerful. And it is a tool. It is what Bashar calls a permission slip. So are affirmations. So is scripting. They're permission slips to get you in that inner space to really see the truth and become aware of it. Ultimate awareness is the goal through meditation. And I'm telling you right now, I've paid hundreds of dollars for this information, and it is so damn simple. It's so simple. I have bought courses and thought, I want a refund. I can't believe I just paid for this. This is so stupid and simple. I can't believe I just paid for this. But I didn't. I went through with the course. I went through with the meditations. You know what I learned? I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about what was really driving me. Whoa. We got some kids around here. I am going to move to a different location. All right. I wanted to wait for those kids to go by. It's getting noisy. Meditative practices for me worked the best. Beyond any other tool that I ever tried. And the reason why meditation is so powerful is because there's so much more to it than, scripting or affirmations. There's just so much more we can do with it. And a lot of people think that these tools are like the end all be all. They're not. They're absolutely not. In your life, beyond whatever tool you use, your affirmations, meditations, whatever, you still have to be. You have to be the person that you want to become. And here's the golden rule. This is perfection. This is absolute perfection. And I still do this to this day, because no matter how far you get, there's always going to be another level. There's always going to be another level, because you will hit your ceiling, okay? And you'll have to change again. You'll have to become a different person than all the time. Like, you just keep growing and growing and growing. And that's kind of what we do over here, is we keep becoming better. We keep going further. There's a goal. We reach the goal. Then there's another goal. We want to be better. Okay? It's just like in fitness. You will plateau at a certain point, and you have to strategically get back on track to make more progress, to make better progress in the gym, So it's the same thing with the metaphysical realm. you will get to a point where the identity that you've created needs tweaking. Now, in the beginning, when it's the hardest in the beginning, starting is always the hardest. You get to starting. Excuse me, sound like Porky Pig over here. You get to a point where you've actually broken through and you've made progress, and then that identity, you really want to set it in stone. But that's what you need to not do, because there's, okay, the golden rule. This is what you need to remember. Would the version of myself that I want to become think, be, and act this way? Would they do this? You have to ask yourself that, and it will come up time and time again. In the beginning, it's the hardest because, I mean, I know from experience, coming out of deep ruts, deep subconscious programming that is absolutely obsolete, not serving me. I was carrying around the weight of so many other people, my family, my friends. It was terrible. The ideas and beliefs that I was just like grinding gears with in my head. That's what will make you lazy. That's what will make you give up, by carrying around other people's baggage. That is where you need to just let it freaking go. Just drop it, man. You need to realize that. And in the beginning, that's the freaking hardest part. It's so hard because you might have gone 30, 40, 50 years with this program that you've been living your life by. And it's so hard in the beginning. But once you make that jump, each time after that, when you're elevating to the new you, because you can always see a better version of yourself. It doesn't stop. It gets so much easier, and you know how to do it. You've gone down the road a little bit that now it's so much easier. You can literally go into your meditations. You can see who you are, okay? Because a lot of it now at this point, once you get past the muck at the beginning, it's not full of negativity. It's not full of lack. It's not full of all that stuff we need to just shove down the drain. We get to a point where we can go in, rewire very quickly, and see results very quickly. The reason why it happens so fast is because now that we're at this point that we've learned, we don't care how. We don't care when it will happen. It doesn't matter to us at all. The only thing that you need to care about is your awareness of who you are being, and stick to your plan. Never, ever falter. If I didn't find meditation, I probably, you know what, I don't know. The worst of the worst probably would have happened to me. I wasn't raised with the best mindset. And I took it upon myself to go on my own early because I didn't feel safe where I was. So the best book that I've ever read that blew me away and just described my journey to a T was Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. If you haven't read that book, it's basically the story of the Buddha. And it is the story of walking the path to righteousness, to light. That's why I named this channel Tower of Light, because you walk that path. And not many people are willing to do that. And you are climbing the Tower of Light. When you awaken that light within, it is shining so bright that you will see people around you treat you so differently. And not even in just positive ways, but negative ways. It's harsh. It's harsh. I had a lot of people treat me bad. I had a lot of people that I loved treat me very badly. I had a lot of big decisions that I really needed to make after I really ignited that spark in me. I did away with everybody and I moved forward, because you cannot move forward with low vibrational people keeping you stuck to the freaking grave. It's not going to happen. You have to go. You have to let them go. And a lot of these people were very difficult. I think the hardest thing to do on that path is to walk it and reprogram. Because once you start walking that path, you are literally in lack for so long. I lived on the streets. I had no money for years, literally years. If I wanted to make a phone call, I would stand at 7-Eleven and I would ask people for change to make a phone call. Like if I wanted food, I would go to a free food bank or something, just living like the homeless. And I thought that was okay. I thought, look at this, I can do this, I have that, and I was grateful for it, but I was still in lack because I knew that there was something better. My inner higher self knew that there was always going to be something better, but I denied myself that for so fucking long, so damn long, man. You don't have to do that. Now here's what I did. God, I love seeing that smoke. So freaking cool. I started with my fitness and nutrition. I started researching and educating myself. I would go to the library. I would, for free, get online. Like you get like 30 minutes for free. So I get online, watch YouTube videos, take notes, and then I would execute. And I started to fine-tune my diet and learn about nutrition and stuff like that. But I never ever went inside. I never entered the metaphysical realm. I didn't even care. I thought it was woo-woo. I thought it was so dumb. Hippy-dippy, tree hugger bullshit. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not. Those are extreme negative stereotypes that have been put on something so great, so epic. And the path that I ended up taking was a path chosen through no self-love, no confidence, pure lack. And you know what happened? I did a lot of cool stuff without the awareness of who I truly was in the moment. And I look back on these moments. I look back on the experiences I've had. Traveling the world. I play music. I used to play music and travel the world. I've traveled the US, oh my God, for probably almost a decade. Huge US tours, 3 months out on the road. Every major city, playing shows, playing bars, all that stuff. I had great experiences, but I was still in lack. Okay? I literally just threw myself into a pit of sadness and despair and just rode the rails of this thing that I thought was fun. And it was fun. I had a lot of good experiences, but I was in lack the whole freaking time. I look back on that and I'm like, holy shit. What more could I have experienced if I would have opened my damn eyes? If I would have just opened up? How many more cool people would I have met? Like, I'd probably have a handful of contacts from years of traveling the world. A handful. I think that's absurd. After I became conscious and I became aware of what was running me and who I was, and I started to really work through that, I went for 2 months. I just went backpacking Europe. I went to Africa, all this stuff. And I met so many freaking cool people, and I still have more contacts from that journey than I ever did in the near decade that I was on the road with this band. Because I thought I was worth it. I had confidence. I had the drive to live life. I wasn't just sitting there doing the thing. And I know that might sound weird. You're like, oh, listen to you. You traveled the world and did all this stuff, and you're like downplaying it. No. It was awesome. It was killer. Not many people get to have that experience. And I am very grateful for that. And there were a lot of losses out of that. The singer of the band, he died, overdosed. Guitarist of the band, he died, overdosed. My childhood friends. There were bad things that came out of that. Those were the type of people I hung out with. Very low quality, low vibrational people that didn't respect each other at all. We were all just kind of like doing the thing for our own self-benefit to feel worth it. Because none of us had it within us to truly give ourselves the value and worth that we are anyway, regardless. You don't need to do things. You are all that is just because. I wish somebody would have told me that 20, 25 years ago. You are love, peace, fulfillment. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You don't need to do anything or have experiences, or nothing needs to happen in this world for you to actually realize that. Just realize it. Just realize it. For no reason. You are enough. For no reason at all. And now, as you accept that truth, just feel the weight drop off of you. All that weight of the baggage you've been carrying. Just feel it go away. Because when you truly accept that statement, that's what happens. It's like a weight is lifted off of your body. You are all that is. You're enough. Just because. Just because. So meditation, it saved my life, and I know it'll save yours. It's what I teach to my clients. It's the very first road I go down. There's a free one in the description. Grab it. That's where I start. When I take on a new client, one of the first questions I say is, have you been doing the meditation that I provide for free? Because it's the starting point. Because I'm not going to have somebody pay for me as a coach for me to teach them something so simple that I could just give you for free. It should be for free. The real process is when you go inside and you do these meditations, it doesn't matter. Things will pop up. Things will pop up. That's what you tell your coach. That's how you work through it. Okay? Then the coach can help you work through these things. Maybe with different meditations. Maybe with different points of view. Okay? You know, to be honest, most of my coaching during my power hours, which I provide, there's a link down there, grab it, sign up. It's an hour of coaching, super cheap. That's what I do. I identify exactly what you absolutely are missing. And that's what I pay for coaches to do as well, because that's what they're for. They have the experience and they've been a little bit further that they can see kind of like where you're like stumbling, and through your personal, communication with them, now they can help you.